What if the history we know is just a fragment of something much larger? A world where advanced civilizations existed long before the ones we've come to recognize, cultures so sophisticated that their wisdom and knowledge shaped everything that came after them. Imagine this: ancient pyramids, temples, and monuments, each built with astounding precision, without the technology we believe was necessary. These wonders of the world hold clues to a past that has been hidden, forgotten, or erased. And what if they were created by a civilization far older and more advanced than any we've ever studied? Before we go any further, I'd like to ask you something simple. Where are you listening from right now, not only on the map, but within your day? Are you settling down after hours that felt a little too full, or easing into rest earlier than usual? And what time is it where you are? It feels right to ask because the story we're about to enter exists beyond our usual sense of time. The world we're exploring tonight doesn't follow clocks or calendars. It unfolds across stretches so vast they hardly seem to move at all. If this space feels calming to you, or if gentle science helps your thoughts relax their hold, you're always welcome to like the video, subscribe to stay tuned, and at the end, share your thoughts in the comment. It simply helps this quiet corner reach others who may also be looking for something steady and unhurried to listen to, though there's never any rush here. Now let's begin gently as we dive back into the secret civilization that shaped all others today. We'll dive into the possibility that there was an ancient civilization that shaped all others, leaving behind mysteries that still puzzle us. Let's begin the journey through the veil of time, to uncover secrets that could change our understanding of history forever. Have any idea of the foundations of ancient civilizations? Ancient civilizations like the Egyptians, Sumerians, and the Indus Valley are known for their monumental achievements: writing systems, advanced mathematics, astronomy, and colossal architectural feats like the Great Pyramid of Giza. But what if these accomplishments didn't emerge from scratch? In the traditional narrative, these civilizations seem to pop up out of nowhere, fully formed with knowledge and skills that took modern humans centuries to develop. But what if these cultures were the recipients of wisdom passed down from an even older civilization, a culture that existed long before Egypt or Mesopotamia? We begin our search for this hidden origin by looking at the symbols, the shared ideas, and the technologies found across the globe, spanning thousands of miles. What if these connected cultures weren't just coincidentally similar, but instead influenced by a single, long-lost civilization? Diving into the lost civilizations, Atlantis and Lemuria. Two names often come up when we discuss lost civilizations: Atlantis and Lemuria. Both are shrouded in mystery, and many myths surround their existence. Atlantis, famously described by the philosopher Plato, was said to be an advanced civilization located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. According to Plato, Atlantis was a powerful and technologically advanced empire that eventually sank into the sea after a catastrophic event. Lemuria, on the other hand, is said to have existed in the Indian or Pacific Ocean. Unlike Atlantis, Lemuria didn't have a clear geographical location, but was often considered a continent where spiritually advanced beings resided. The idea of Lemuria was largely popularized in the 19th century and often linked with mystical philosophies. But here's the intriguing question: what if both Atlantis and Lemuria were real? What if they were actual, sophisticated civilizations that influenced the ancient world? Could they have left behind echoes of their existence encoded in the myths and legends of later cultures? What if the gods of Egypt, Mesopotamia, and other ancient cultures were not supernatural beings, but survivors of these earlier civilizations, passing down their knowledge and wisdom to the cultures that followed. Talking of advanced knowledge and technologies, the technological prowess of ancient civilizations is often cited as a mystery. Take the Great Pyramid of Giza, for example. Built over 4,500 years ago, it's aligned with such precision to the cardinal points that it's hard to explain how ancient Egyptians could have accomplished this without advanced tools and knowledge of astronomy. In fact, many of the feats we associate with ancient Egypt, Sumer, and other early civilizations seem almost beyond the capabilities of their time. The precision of Stonehenge, the exact mathematical knowledge behind the Sumerian cuneiform tablets, and the staggering accuracy of Mayan calendars are all examples of advanced knowledge that appear out of place for their respective eras. Could it be that these civilizations inherited this knowledge from a civilization much older than them? The idea that humanity was once far more advanced in the distant past isn't just some speculative theory. It's a serious hypothesis explored by many scientists and historians. Myths, legends, and the shared memories of ancient cultures. Now, let's explore the myths and legends themselves. Across different cultures, there are striking similarities in the creation stories, flood myths, and tales of gods descending from the heavens. Why do so many ancient societies have similar themes running through their mythology? In many creation myths, the gods, or powerful beings, come from the sky, bringing knowledge and wisdom to primitive humans. The Sumerians tell of the Anunnaki, gods who arrived from the heavens and shaped humanity. In Greek mythology, the gods from Mount Olympus provided civilization with knowledge, laws, and the arts. One of the most famous flood myths comes from the Epic of Gilgamesh, where a great flood wipes out humanity, only to leave a single survivor. Similarly, we find flood stories in the Bible with Noah's Ark and in the tales of other cultures, like the Mayans and Native Americans. Could these myths be more than just stories? Could they be collective memories of a time when an advanced civilization was destroyed by a global catastrophe, leaving behind the remnants of their knowledge in the form of myths and legends? Let's look at the evidence of lost civilizations. As we dive deeper into the evidence, we encounter fascinating discoveries that seem to support the idea of ancient, advanced civilizations. Take, for instance, the mysterious stone structures found underwater off the coast of Japan, known as Yonaguni. These massive terraced steps are perfectly aligned and resemble a man-made structure, suggesting a lost civilization beneath the sea. Similarly, ancient maps like the Piri Reis map have caused quite a stir. This map, drawn in the 16th century, shows parts of the Americas with remarkable accuracy, even though it was supposedly created with ancient, rudimentary tools. How could these cartographers have known the exact shape of coastlines that weren't fully explored until modern times? What about the discovery of the Antikythera Mechanism, a complex gear-driven device found in a shipwreck off the coast of Greece? It's often referred to as the world's first computer, and it's so advanced that historians can't fathom how the ancient Greeks created it. Could it have been a product of lost, ancient knowledge? Now, the global legacy of this lost civilization. If we entertain the idea that this ancient civilization shaped the foundations of all others, we must ask, how far did its influence reach? We know that the ancient Egyptians had contact with other civilizations like the Sumerians, the Indus Valley, and even ancient China. But what if their interactions were part of a much larger global network? Could this lost civilization have established global trade routes, shared scientific knowledge, and influenced cultures across continents long before we thought possible? We find traces of this possible ancient connection in the similarities between the pyramids in Egypt, Mexico, and Cambodia, as well as the shared practices of astronomy, agriculture, and mathematics across cultures that were geographically separated. Conclusion on the hidden origins of our civilization. As we look back at the ancient myths, the shared knowledge, and the remnants of lost technologies, we are left with an undeniable question. Could there have been an ancient civilization that shaped all others? Perhaps the history we know today is just the tip of the iceberg, and the real story of human civilization is far more complex than we've been taught. What if the myths, legends, and ancient technologies are the last traces of a forgotten civilization, one that once held the key to humanity's greatest achievements? The search for answers continues, but one thing is certain: the secrets of the past are far from fully uncovered. As we dig deeper into our history, we might one day find the key to unlocking the true story of the civilizations that shaped the world we live in today. And that's a wrap on today's tale, my friends. The ancient secrets of the past are still waiting to be discovered, hidden in the myths, monuments, and mysteries that surround us. Could our true history be much older and more complex than we've ever imagined? If you enjoyed this journey through time and the unknown, make sure to hit that like button, share with your fellow history seekers, and subscribe to After Hours Tales. You won't want to miss the next chapter in our deep dive into the forgotten stories that shaped the world we know. Until next time, keep the curiosity burning, and remember, the best tales often come when the world quiets down. Stay tuned for more After Hours Revelations. See you in the next one. Good night.